What's going on, guys? It's Mighty, and we're here with the Sunday vlog. Fortunately, I have to make this one quicker than I would normally make it. We just got back from being out of town for a wedding, my brother-in-law's wedding, actually, and we need to go to the grocery store desperately, so we're trying to rush and make that happen before we get too lazy on a Sunday and just decide to veg out. So what I want to talk about today is Destiny. Not like a full review, because I'm definitely not far enough into the game where I can feel comfortable making all those kind of decisions about the game, but it's been out for 5 days. I played a lot on Tuesday when it came out, a little bit on Wednesday, and then I hadn't played it since then because I had Dream Rider stuff and we were out of town for the wedding, like I said, and then I literally have just played it for about an hour and a half just to kind of get back in the groove of things. I feel like I've seen a good variation of all the content that the game has to offer, with the exception of the raids and like end game stuff, legendaries and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I've played the multiplayer, I've done a good chunk of the story stuff, some strikes, the big patrol missions, some community events, all that kind of stuff. So I feel like I've seen everything the game has to offer, just not specifically all of the specific content. I'm playing a Warlock. I just hit level 15, and I swapped over to whatever like the Sun Fire ability is, and I was kind of disappointed to see that basically sets you back to level 1, where you need to re-unlock everything. Like, I no longer have a double jump. So that's, I don't know, a little bit of a bummer to see, because the game wants to encourage you to try this new class, but then it really sets you back. Because where I am, I'm going to have to play and level up once, maybe twice more to even unlock my super and my glide ability and my melee ability. And until I have those things, I can't go play another strike mission or something. Those are too difficult to get through without any abilities. So that kind of sucked that happens. I don't know. I don't know how multiplayer would work, if you still wouldn't have access to that stuff or not. But my general basic feeling about this game so far is it is meeting my expectations. And that isn't totally a compliment, because I went into this game with very tempered expectations. After they first, revealed it and said kind of what the game was, I was blown away and was like, hey, this has the potential to be like the coolest video game that there has been, with the MMO stuff and shooter and RPG elements and loot and all that kind of crap. And then after playing in the alpha and the beta and kind of hearing more about where the game is headed and the amount of content there is and all that kind of stuff, I really took a step back from expecting it to be like an 11 to being like, okay, this seems like a very safe 8 out of 10 kind of game, and that's what it feels like to me. The story is complete and utter garbage nonsense. I have no idea what the hell's going on, and I couldn't care less. Basically, like the story missions, you go to a point, hold square, Peter Dinklage says robot things at you, and then you kill guys. You go to the next point and do the same thing. There's something about a sword and, the Traveler and all this stuff. Like, it frustrates me to no end to see Bungie repeat the same stuff that they did with the Halo franchise, which, my opinion, I am not a Halo fan at all. I see the appeal from a gameplay perspective, but the story is trash, in my opinion. I'm not judging you if you like it. I mean, my brother's really hardcore into the lore. He reads the books and that kind of stuff, so not passing judgment on people that enjoy it. But to me, they crafted this really cool, huge universe with cool alien species and beautiful worlds and a lot of different stuff in there, and then just didn't do anything with it. And they made like a generic science fiction story. And I feel like they're doing that with Destiny times 10, where it's this really awesome setup of this future with the Traveler, like this big powerful thing in this darkness and blah blah blah, and you're kind of coming back from the dead and all this stuff, and like just the voice acting and the story and even the words that they use could not be more generic. Everything is like, enemies are the Fallen, and like the entity is like the Traveler, and they refer to the bad thing as like the Darkness. And the dude who's kind of the narrator through the whole thing, his name is The Speaker. Like, how boring can you possibly be? Honestly, it's so boring. Like, it makes me so mad, because the potential was so huge. And a lot of people have been talking about that and saying, well, that's something they can fix for the next game. And I don't see that happening, because for me, Bungie has never told an interesting story in any of their games. So I'm not seeing that change anytime soon. The difference will have to come in the gameplay and the stuff they give you to do, both of which are very different. The gameplay is super solid. The shooting feels fantastic, moving around, all the powers and the abilities, and choosing armor and all that, and the guns and all that kind of stuff. Everything about it from a mechanical level feels great to do. It's not as much of a loot game as I think people thought it was going to be when the comparisons to Borderlands kind of opened up, because it is nothing like Borderlands. In Borderlands, every third enemy you fight throws out a grenade or a gun or a shield or something. This, it's like, at the end of a big mission, you get a weapon. At the end of a planet, you get an armor. When you kill a boss, you'll usually get some kind of uncommon gun. And then every, 50 enemies will drop, a common weapon that is worse than what you already have, so it's garbage anyway. So, as far as the loot goes, it's not a loot-driven game. Less so even than I think an average MMO would be. But, like I said, it feels great to play, and that's what's keeping me going, is that it feels really good to play. And I want to give the story a chance, because who knows, maybe they turn around at the end. I really doubt it. I have absolutely no idea what's going on in this story. I finished the Moon, and I've unlocked Venus, I guess. I have zero idea what is going on. I know that the Traveler is there. Apparently it's, dead. And the darkness is getting ready to come back, and that's why all the bad guys are coming. I don't know what I'm doing to stop it, what I'm supposed to be doing. The other Vanguard chick that came in and, talked to you for a little bit, no idea why she's there, what she has to say. Nothing Peter Dinklage, something about a sword. There was a mission where you got a sword and you killed guys, and then whatever, it was gone. No idea. Absolutely no idea what's going on. And I'm a person that loves story in games. So the fact that this is speaking to me on absolutely zero levels is pretty telling, because I would totally focus on the story if there was one. But this is already becoming a much longer video than I wanted it to be. What a surprise. But I guess my final thoughts about that kind of stuff. I know this video has been really down on it, and I get that, and I don't want to say I'm hating it, because clearly, I just played it. I'm going back to it. I keep wanting to go back and play it because I want it. It's fun to play mechanically, and I want to give the other stuff that I'm not enjoying a chance. I'm excited to see Venus and Mars and some asteroid thing that you go to, because it'll be a new change of scenery that we haven't seen in the beta at all. So hopefully that'll be a little more fresh, and there's new enemy types that I haven't seen yet, which would be nice. The strikes are really great, even if you're playing with random people. The strikes are really challenging and fun. You have to use teamwork, and just throw so many enemies at you. And playing with friends is a blast. I don't even want to get into that, because I'll go to that in my full review, which I'll try to cut in with gameplay and stuff like that. I may do some multiplayer gameplay videos, who knows. I'm having a good time with the multiplayer. It's hard for me to get sucked into a multiplayer game nowadays. I think that part of my life is past now. I was so hard into Modern Warfare 2 and Killzone 2 when it came out, and since then it's been a downward slope with Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops and Killzone 3. I didn't really play that much. Battlefield 3 and then Battlefield 4, all that kind of stuff. I'm just not getting into multiplayer games like I used to. And what I've played of this, I really like, but it's one of those things where, because you level up during the multiplayer, I played the multiplayer for a couple hours when I was level 8. And then I came in at level 12 back into the story, and I was way over leveled for everything. And yeah, you can bump it up to hard difficulty, but when I'm playing with friends that are still level 8 and I'm level 12, if I bump it up to hard and make the mission level 12, they're just going to get wrecked, and that's not going to be fun for them. So instead, I play on level 12, and I just kill everything in one hit. With one headshot, everything just dies and explodes. And yeah, it makes me feel really powerful, but that kind of takes away a lot of the fun for me, because it's too easy, and for them, because I'm just killing everything. That takes away the challenge for them. So I don't know what the solution is to help people play together, because it's been the same in every game with, with Borderlands, all that kind of stuff, where there's a leveling system. It's really hard if you're a high level and your friend is playing a low level. I don't know what the perfect solution is that you both have fun, but I don't know. I'd like to see a game try a little harder to figure it out, because I don't think Destiny's doing that. But yeah, basically, I'm having a good time playing the game, and I'm going to continue to give it a shot. I'm going to finish the story mode, play a lot more of the multiplayer, try to do some raids, get some epic gear, and get that, level 23 or whatever it is once you have gear, before I do my review. So expect a full review in probably 2 weeks, once I've had a lot more time to sit down and play it for an extended period of time, which I haven't had. But I don't know, let me know what you guys are thinking. Is it living up to your expectations? Are you feeling a little disappointed by it? I'm like I said, I'm not really feeling disappointed. It's playing like I thought it would play, in that it's really fun to shoot stuff, but nothing else is really. Everything feels like this is where it should be, and it's kind of just here. It's at a safe, solid, but not unique or interesting level. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited to finish the game and see a lot of that endgame stuff. So, let me know what you guys are thinking, how you're feeling about the game thus far, what class you're playing, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I guess we'll see in like 2 weeks or so when I do my full review if I have some more gameplay going on. But thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. We go.